And during his swearing-in ceremony, President William Ruto signaled the establishment of the Hustlers Fund, which he outlined in his manifesto to help small businesses access cheaper credit. Sector experts, on the other hand, are urging the president to move away from the models used in funds disbursements by previous affirmative action funds like the Women Fund and Youth Fund, stating that they did not help the intended beneficiaries. Faisal Ahmed spoke to them on their reflections on what SME support options the president should consider.
The establishment of affirmative funds like the Women and Youth Funds were meant to help the said groups access finances much easier to establish their businesses after being shunned by traditional lenders. However, the funds were put in banks by the government for disbursement. Women and youth were subjected to the same hurdles that the funds were meant to help them navigate. President William Ruto seems to change his approach.
To implement all these interventions, we shall establish a Ministry of Cooperatives and SME Development, mandated to ensure that every small business has secure property rights, access to finance, and a supportive regulatory framework.
Analysts in the sector have lauded the move, but have however warned the government to look for other means of disbursement of the funds away from the conventional mainstream banks.
What has worked, I think, over the last 6 years is the rise of fintechs. So your Talas and the like. So we've seen they've found a way of giving access to funds by Mama Mboga and SMEs generally. So there is a place for technology for disbursing this kind of fund. I think working with fintech organizations would be an option for or a platform for disbursement of funds.
According to Victor, the government should also collect data on SMEs before it commences with the disbursement to ensure that the funds go to the right individuals.
If you look at the way, what we call the people we call SMEs, 79% are informal. So we are highly grey economy, and based on our own studies as well as other studies, we see that SMEs are structured under chamas and circles. So I think the first port of call would be just to do a complete data collection and research on who these SMEs are, how are they structured in terms of the chamas, are they formally registered, are they not registered? If they're not registered, can we be able to organize them in a manner that would allow the fund to be able to trickle down?
The 50 billion shilling annual kitty will be channeled towards supporting micro and small medium enterprises. The fund comes at a time when most businesses were badly hit by the COVID-19 pandemic and have been struggling to recover even after the easing of the pandemic. Faisal Ahmed, Citizen TV, Nairobi.